How is everyone? Are we good? Tired already?
Give me some more.
I can feel the energy in the room. Who's feeling inspired? Who wants to have fun? I don't know why you're here then, wrong place. Anyway, welcome to the Yes Group London. Fantastic to have you all here. My name is Tony Snow. I'm the Vice Chair and I'm your MC tonight. So welcome everybody. Lovely to see so many smiley faces. In fact, you're better looking than last month. Who come last month? You must have been using Udo's oils to look young. So tonight we have two fantastic speakers, as per usual. We have the wonderful Udo, who's travelled all the way for Canada just to come and talk to you guys. Who's heard of Udo? Who uses Udo's oils? I can tell, some good-looking ones. I can tell by the skin. And we have the wonderful Amit Bhakta, a postural specialist. Does anyone know of the Egoscue method? Yeah. Tony Robbins is a big fan, and Amit's going to be coming on very soon. But enough about them. Let's talk about you guys. Who are my lovely members here today? Lovely, thank you very much. Great to see you again. Who aren't the members? Why? And where are my virgins? Where are my first-timers tonight? Fantastic, thank you very much. Lovely to see you all. Now, for you first-timers, just a little bit about the Yes Group. 25 years ago, in fact it'll be 25 years ago this November, about half a dozen mates went to Tony Robbins UPW. Does everyone know what UPW is? Unleash the power within. Who's been on a UPW? Who's walked the hot coals? Fantastic. Half a dozen guys went along, and like most of us that's come out of there, you come out of there feeling you want more, and you don't want it to stop. And the problem is that most of us, including me, we have a set of mates, and if you tell them what you're doing, they think you're mad, right? So what you need to do is look for a new set of mates, okay, like a new peer group. So these 6 guys, over the next 25 years, got together once a month in someone's house, and it grew and it grew and it grew to be the UK's biggest personal development community, which is here tonight. And that guy that's continued it for 25 years just happens to be here in the back of the room, Mr. Cole Pearsall. Can we give it up for the man back there, please? Now, those Tony Robbins fans, you would have heard him talk about the 6 human needs. Has everyone heard the 6 human needs? And we talk about security, we talk about insecurity. We talk about love, significance, and then we talk about growth and contribution. Sorry, certainty and uncertainty. I said the first 2 wrong. Now, the growth and contribution are the 2 highest values that we hold dearly at the Yes Group. Now, what do I mean by growth? Well, all of us live in a little bubble, generally. We start out, we've got a comfortable zone, and most of us tend to stick to it. We don't come out of it. And when we grow, it means we do something that challenges us. Often it's a fear. Jack Canfield says, one of my favourite quotes, everything we want is on the other side of fear. And the thing is, when you grow, we often need people to help us. This is the place you come to for support. These people will help you take on all those challenges, all those fears. That's where growth comes from. And then the other one is contribution. Now, for Yes Group, it's the Basket Brigade. How many have done Basket Brigade? And how many has never heard of Basket Brigade? Okay, it's every year, 23rd of December, 400, 500, 600 of us get together. Could be a school, could be a college. And what happens on that day, a load of food is delivered to this place. We have a great fun day, but the whole point of this is we make baskets of food. We then go out and to deliver them to unsuspecting people that do not know we're coming. And we deliver them a Christmas meal that they wouldn't normally have. And you think about it, the strength of getting a gift from someone you don't know, how strong is that? That's something we hold very, very dearly here. Now, I'm just going to read out the vision of the Yes Group here, and I think I'm pressing the right one. Okay, we've done that. Big button, Tony. Big button, okay, warm welcome. Tony Snow. Okay, this is it, it's our vision. To inspire, empower and support people in pursuing their personal growth, which I've mentioned, and making a positive difference and contribution to humanity. Who would like some of that? Great. Well, you know where to come, right? I want to go back a bit. Now, I met up with Carl probably 2 weeks ago, and it turned into a 3.5-hour session, not drinking, just chatting about the Yes Group and other things. And we were talking about the vision and Carl's vision for the Yes Group, and he wants to make it worldwide, okay? And we're chatting away, and for that to happen, obviously, we have to grow England. At the moment, we have London. I think we've got Norwich, I think we have Bristol, I think we did have Essex, there's a few places. But also I want to announce tonight something really exciting, because we've got London owns the south, right? But there's nothing up north until now. And we've got 2 guys in this room, and I'm going to introduce them in a minute, have decided to take the Yes Group up north. And there's probably a few northerners in here. We'll have less of a journey to go to. And the first Yes Group meeting is October 30th, right? And I'd like to give a big round of applause to the 2 guys, Warren and Shaquille, who's actually taken on this. Guys, will you stand up? Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, how many parents in the room? How many parents of teenagers that have just gone through exams and had all the results? How stressful was that? Okay. Now, I've got 3 children. I actually got one of my children in the audience, my 16-year-old daughter, Sophie. My 18-year-old is waiting for her A-level results, and she's going to uni in September, October. And then my twins were waiting for their GCSEs, and they're going on to do what they do. And it had me thinking. And I was thinking, when I was that age, what was I like? And if I knew then what I know now, how different would my life be? And I was thinking to myself, what sort of advice would I give a younger me? It's a lot of advice, by the way, I'd give a younger me. But if I had one piece of advice to give, what would I give? And I thought about this. And for me, I always had a fear of failure. Has anyone have similar things? And it's a fear of judgment of others that often becomes the fear of failure. It's the reason that we don't try things. Why? Because I used to worry about what people would think if I failed, okay? And it stopped me doing, who can similar people, can we have that? Yes. And I know it stopped me doing a lot of things. And I often think, what if I hadn't had that fear? And I thought, if I was sitting opposite me now as a 16 or 18-year-old or 14-year-old, I would actually say to him, embrace failure. I mean, NLP teaches us there's no such thing as failure, only feedback, or the universe's way of saying, it's not working that way, why don't we try another way? And if you look at the people like the Bransons in the world, or the Jobs, or plenty others, they failed over and over and over again, and they never gave up. And I think the problem often with one of us, we'll try, and then we'll go back in our shell. We don't grow. The growth doesn't come, because with the pain comes growth. So for me, it will be fail forward. And I've been trying to tell my children for the last few years, fail. And they look at me like I'm mad. And they say, well, why do you want me to fail, Dad? Because it means you're trying, and you're trying something new. Great if you get it first time, but we learn more from failure than we do from success. And as long as we learn, we will fail forward. So as you members know, we get out, we have a little 5 minutes here where we mingle. And for you newbies, and some of you might be thinking, oh my God, I've got to connect with people and talk to people now. For the next 5 minutes, we're going to do that. And I want you to talk to at least 2 people, and ideally people that you do not know. I don't want you to turn into your mate and staying in that little comfort zone. We talked about growth. It's coming out of a comfort zone. And I want you to tell that person, what sort of advice would you give a younger version of you that maybe is just leaving school, maybe is just going uni? And if there's any youngsters in the room who haven't had that experience, my daughter's one, Gabriella's probably, is there any other kids in the room? No, it's only you. How old are you? Oh, wow. So you 3, maybe when you're talking to someone, maybe just tell them what superpower you would like, okay? What would you like moving forward? What could help you? So what I'd like to spend the next 5 minutes, talk to people you don't know, at least 2. Please share with them the bit of advice that you would give a younger you, and then listen to them. And in 5 minutes, we'll come back, and hopefully we'll have some interesting things to hear from you. So let's get up, guys. Let's enjoy. Don't be shy. And I'll see you in 5 minutes. Thank you. Thank you. So, who would like to share about what they would tell a younger version of themselves? Do we have the mic runners, by the way? We have, yes. Okay, to this guy right next to you. Can you stand up, tell us your name?
Hello, my name is James.
Hey, James.
So 2 key points. Actually, the first one very much resonated with my partner that I was sharing with. It was, instead of kind of doggedly trying to independently solve every situation myself, once you open up and you share with others, one, that externalizes it and you see it for what it is, and two, you let other people in to help solve it. You become resourceful, not dependent. So that was very powerful, and that was certainly a big shift in my life when I realized that. And then the second one is that, so don't just go on the perceived kind of conservatively successful route, to postpone the ability to choose and have options. Very much tied in with the failing forward. Actually, if you just go out and you pick something that seems fun and interesting and aligned with what you enjoy and you're passionate about, and you take the right perspective, whatever that is, you will succeed. And if you don't, you're certainly going to learn a lot quicker than going through a safe, perceived, successful route.
Thank you very much. That first point, I very much identify with that. I wanted to do everything on my own. It took me a long time. I don't know if anyone else has been the same. I wanted to control everything. But once you allow others in, wow, well, your business or your personal life just blossoms. So if there's any control freaks out there like I was, open up. Got a fantastic point. Thank you very much. Who else would like to share? Because if no one does, I'm going to pick on my daughter. So for her sake, can we give it to Claire, please? Claire, would you introduce yourself?
I don't need to now. Hi, everyone. My name's Claire Louise. Mine is actually just to slow down. I think I was talking to my partner, Matt, and probably from the point where I was 17 and wanted to learn to drive, it was full speed ahead. I just had to experience everything, do everything, and probably crammed in probably 30 years of stuff into about 5, which was exhausting.
Yep.
And now, did I mention it's my birthday next week? Did I mention it?
Oh, happy birthday.
I'm coming to the point where I'm thinking, okay, halfway. This is my halfway point, pretty much. Actually, I still have half my life to go, and very excited because I'm just taking it at my own pace.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah,
good to see
you.
you slowed down. She slowed down so much she's forgot to come to the Yes Group anymore.
Right.
This is the first time for ages. We've got time, I think, for one more. Young lady here.
Hi, everyone. My name is Diana. And there's a lot I would tell my younger self. I tell her every day. But I think the most important that made the biggest change in my life is it depends on what you focus on. So usually when a situation appears, you think, what's the worst that can happen? And this is where you focus, so you come up, and we're very creative. So when I get into that ramp, I say, wait a minute, let's shift, and let's start thinking, what's the best that could happen?
Yeah.
So when I'm focusing on the best that could happen, suddenly the worst that could happen loses value, loses strength. Yeah. So, and that helps take the step forward.
Fantastic.
So I think
Thank you very much. And I actually think it's a great point as well, because, you know, the majority of us tend to live in the past with regret, or we live in the future where we're anxious. Very few of us live in the present, and we do tend to think what's going to go wrong. And I agree completely. Once you shift that, it completely changes you, what could go right. And I think it's something I always tell myself now. But I don't know why, it just seems that we tend to worry too much. Anyway,